What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD collection. We're basically in Agrabah. We're going to be facing vgzhartz as one of the secret bosses in the game. You can find him by going to Aladdin's house after the game and basically facing him. But that's not the part of the video. We'll be talking about what the release date for Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix is. Now, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix is the next little trilogy, little 3 games in the series after 1.5. And as I discussed in another video, the 0.5 is basically cutscenes for recorded, so it's half a game. So I just wanted to say that. So Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD collection took some time to prepare because Square Enix, Tetsuya Nomura, and everyone else lost the assets for the original game, so they had to redo the game from scratch. Yes, you are seeing a game redone from scratch with reaction commands, because the original game didn't have reaction commands and all that stuff. FileMix was never added. But then Tetsuya Nomura is saying they didn't lose the assets. They're saying it's going to take a lot faster and a lot easier to prepare. They're going to improve it a lot, make it better. Now when they say faster, I was thinking, are they going to release the game earlier than September? Now Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix released on September 11th, 2013. And Kingdom Hearts 1, the PlayStation 2 version for the Americans. For not you Japanese people, you fancy Japanese people who get random release dates, I don't know why, but you guys do. They basically released on September 17th? I know it's 5 days before, so it's probably going to be September. I can't think on the top of my head. It's like 12 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. in the morning, so I must apologize for any screw-ups I do. But basically, they released on that date 5 days earlier. But Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 1 released on the same month. That's sort of weird, but Kingdom Hearts games lately have been getting released on September. Like September 20th, September 11th, September this, yada yada yada, except for Dream Drop Distance, which released on July 31st, 2012, and Kingdom Hearts 2, March 28th. But Breath by Sea released on September 7th, for any of you wondering. But I'm thinking, since Kingdom Hearts 2 is the main game in this collection, are they going to release it on March? It could be a bit of a weird little Easter egg sort of thing, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's actually an important moment in the game, which it'd be awesome if it did this little fan service. In Kingdom Hearts 2, basically Roxas, in 358 over 2 days, his last 359th day was him going to Twilight Town, having a new life and everything, and he said his summer was over. Summer's almost over, so that summer basically finishes in August for most people. So are they gonna release in August and do this little fan favor, like saying, hey, let's release the game at the end of the summer when everyone's summer is over, just to get sort of the feels of it? Okay, I'm sorry if this sounds weird. It's my theory. It's pretty. It'd be pretty amazing if they did that, release at the end of the summer. But most of the games logically have been released on September when school starts, which is technically summer end. So I won't be surprised if they release on September, because that's when most of the games are released. That's when most AAA title games are released. They're not released during the summer because I don't think they care about summer, because they have to work on these games, right? Because you can't just make a half-assed game unless you're gonna be like Right to Hell Retribution. But honestly, it takes a lot of time to prepare games. The summer is a useful time to prepare some games. There's some little small games that come out in the summer, but not really big games. But then honestly, wait, I said Kingdom Hearts 2 released on March 28th, 2006. Oh shit, I forgot to say the year, but it released on March 28th. So I'm thinking Kingdom Hearts 2.5 is probably going to release on April, or because it's March 28th, right? And maybe 2 weeks or a week later, I think it's going to release on April. Now you're going to say that's a bit too early, Plasma. It's true. April is almost here. It's January, almost February as well. So how many more months? 1, February, March, April. 3 more months. That seems sort of illogical, because they just started releasing the trailers and everything. Maybe that's a sign that it might release in August. Because I'm thinking they're going to release in August, since Tetsuya Nomura has talked about in, interviews, that the game is going to be prepared faster, better, being made by the same development team of 1.5, which means they're going to do a bang-on job. I hope they do a bang-on job on it. But then hopefully I hope whenever 2.5 releases, it releases soon as possible. I know it's going to release in 2014. I know it's going to release somewhere in March and everything. And obviously, if Square Enix will listen to me and put online for Birth by Sleep, that'd be amazing. You know, I made a video about that. That'll be linked in the description below. All these articles and all these theories and everything I'll be talking about. Let's talk about the sales figure for 1.5 really quickly. 1.5, according to vgzhartz.com, sold around 1.1 million 800, 1 billion 08. I think that's 1 million 800. I can't really read. I think it's 1 million, hopefully, because it is the second best HD collection to be released on today's like market and everything. So maybe they want to make 2.5 the best one by unleashing it earlier, by unleashing it in March. Now you're saying this sounds crazy, like you're pretty crazy for making this video now with proper facts. Remember, this is a opinionated video, and hopefully they release it in March, April, but whenever 2.5 releases, I know it's coming out in 2014, that's been confirmed much. It's coming out faster, and Days was a really long game to do. They're done with almost done with the coded. Well, at the time, they did Wonderland. They were doing Wonderland at the time to September 23rd, I believe, that's when they said. Obviously not September, yeah, I think September, a week or two after the game honestly released. So basically that's all I got so far. That's all we don't have a lot of information about 2.5 except for some trailers, and obviously the fact that it says Kingdom Hearts 2.5 coming out in 2014, but this is sort of like background information. Now since they have the original assets for 2, maybe that's why it's taking a bit earlier, or maybe when they're developing 1.5 they're also developing 2.5 with it. So but it's made by the same developing team, so that would make sense. I don't think the development team could work on 2 games at the same time. So I'm thinking, okay, let me just finish this off, summarize this. I'm thinking 2.5 is going to release at March or September. March to do the fans a favor, and obviously since 2 released on March 28th, it might release on April, or maybe earlier. Who knows? They could release on like March, but that's too early. September, that's a perfect time to release games. That's when summer's over. They could do that little fanfic favor for us and release it there. If they want to be nice to us, obviously they can fuck us over, but they can be nice. Maybe that online for that Birth by Sleep though, that'd be amazing. So that's all I gotta say. So be sure to comment below what you think. Do you think it's gonna release in like September, March, April, May? Comment below whatever you think. Alright, see you guys. Peace.